on the side of the Columbia River. This is just me out here on the freeway. Actually, I'm on a bridge going over the Columbia River. Maybe you can tell. I'm just driving along here in the sunshine. Got this Bluetooth thing plugged into my head, so no matter what happens, I'm ready. Enjoying the scenery. Putting up with the traffic. This guy's moving, I guess. Look at that. There's a beautiful view of the river. Beautiful view of a little marina over there in Vancouver, Washington. It's beautiful. You gotta give it to the Lord. He really knows how to make a beautiful world. It's just nice. What if everything about life were good and there were no evil? That's kind of the way God designed it, you know. That wasn't God. That was some guy on a motorcycle. I don't know. I've been praying for him here for the last few seconds that he'll have enough sense not to hurt himself on that thing. He just pulled over in front of me like he was making a statement, and if he'd have pulled over any sooner, he'd have probably killed himself on my front bumper. I don't think that would have accomplished his purposes. I guess I'll just assume he knows what he's doing, even though it looks like he's questioning. Okay, here's a bunch of blackberries growing over here beside the freeway. I'm not sure I'd recommend those, though. I wonder how much carbon monoxide a blackberry vine can absorb in a day's time or a season. Doesn't sound real appetizing, I guess. I don't know. We worry too much, though. Everybody wants to be green and all that. That's silly. You can't be green. We're flesh colored, not green. Yeah, right, Wally. That's brilliant. That's just brilliant. You know, we'll start a movement with that kind of wisdom, I'm sure. What a beautiful day, though, you know, not to even be particularly wise. Look at that. Sun's a-shining. Traffic's a-flowing. I'm troubleshooting. I'm going to go over and work on an HP LaserJet 8150N. Have an occasional, intermittent, we call it, paper jam problems. Kind of a no-feed situation intermittently from, probably mostly from tray 3, but possibly tray 2 as well. We're going to put a new paper input unit in this machine. We've already done the maintenance kit. Just to make sure we cover all the bases, we'll slap an output assembly in or two. Let these guys be sure and spend plenty of money on their old printer. Make a brand new one out of this old one here if we're not careful. Should be ready to rumble when we get done. Alright, that's it. That's the troubleshooting lesson for the day. Oh, you want to know how to do it? Well, that takes an hour or so. Probably that much for both of them anyway. Both assemblies. Paper input and output. Speed limit here is 60 miles an hour. So we're safe that nobody will pass us now because we are doing 60 miles an hour. What is this? See that sign that says 60 miles an hour? I think maybe some people just have a need to conquer me, you know, or people like like me or something. Maybe it's just because I'm a company van, kind of a vehicle, and it probably doesn't have anything to do with me personally at all. They don't know me anyway. So. There's another one passing me up while I'm doing the speed limit, for heaven's sake. I can't figure that out. That'd be illegal, wouldn't it? DUI patrols tonight, that sign said right at the last minute. You probably didn't get focused in time to see it, but I read it right. They're putting up a sign on the freeway that says they're going to patrol for drunk drivers tonight. Well, they better do it. That'd be false advertising. Yeah, like somebody's going to enforce that when they don't enforce the speed limits in the freeway. You have to get to know the society in which you live if you're going to function properly. Me driving down the road at the freeway, on the freeway at the supposed legal speed limit is almost like just asking for trouble. There's somebody's cross. Somebody got killed on the road there at one point in time. And that's a memorial. But it's true. I mean, I've said this before, but I get the feeling quite regularly that most of the people I drive with feel like there ought to be a law against somebody going down the road at the posted legal speed limit. They're just plain obstructing traffic, you know. Well, I'm doing fine. I'm happy, you know, obeying the speed limit. It doesn't bother me. Now we're going to drop down to 50. By we, I mean me. There's an airplane. Look at that. Look at that. See it? Right there. Look at that thing. I don't know what that is, but I don't want anything to do with it. You know what I mean? Oversized load. I guess so. And a big old red, ugly oversized load too, huh? Looks like it could chew you up and spit you out, doesn't it? Graveyard. Graveyard vlog. Yeah, that's enough of that. We don't want people dying to get into our vlogs, you know what I mean? Yeah, people do get in hurries sometimes too, I think, you know. See that? That guy was in a hurry to get past me, so he spent a little extra time at that stoplight, I guess. That's probably important in some professions. It doesn't really help much in mine, but utility work ahead. Good thing they put that sign there, because I don't think anybody would be able to see these guys in these orange shirts standing here beside the side of the road like that, doing utility work. You know what I mean? Day. I'm having fun. Well, I'm working too, but I'm enjoying my day. There's the river. Well, actually, that's a little slough with a bunch of boats parked in it. 55 miles an hour right here in town. Okay, I'll do it. Thank you, God. There's somebody on a bike over there. Well, they would be if they weren't fixing that flat tire. I'm just driving around, having me a time, enjoying the gift of life that I have been given by God and my mother, and everyone who's put up with me and hasn't killed me because of something I've done. Them too, yeah. There's Best Buy, right over there. Right next to PetSmart. I wonder where the dumb pets get their stuff at. See that little white bump underneath the 13 feet 8 inches sign there? That's Mount St. Helens. Or Old Flat Top, as we call it. Nothing personal, mister. Well, I could have said Old Baldy. But there's no reason to be like that, you know. We need to learn to get along. There's the tire store, one of them. There's a couple of ladies walking this way. There's a guy stopped at a green light. He must be looking at them ladies, you think? It'll happen. Reputation versus
and
character.
Never changes when the circumstances change. Because you see, problems prove our integrity. I hear people say once in a while, but the situation made me this way. Oh no. The situation revealed the way you were. And when we face the difficulties of life, it is a wonderful opportunity for God to use us to demonstrate the reality and the integrity of our character before others.
Turning Point anniversary program that will take us back over the years of God's blessing on this ministry and remind us of many.
Okay. On a hill far away, that could be pretty close, stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. Only one of those three people was a scarecrow, and that church is pretty much always there. Some of these things you probably will have already noticed, but I point them out for the new viewers on the Wally channel. Yes, I used plural. I'm an optimistic sort of a guy. You see, the way I figure it, the more people who watch these videos, the more people will get to hear somebody tell somebody else about how much they appreciate the things that God has done for them. I make no bones about the fact that I would be dead today if God hadn't saved me from myself. When I was very adept at pursuing everything that I wanted, turns out I was actually killing myself. I was so good at it. But that's not the only thing God does. He does everything for us. He gave you the life that you have. He put those eyes in your head and made them work. Connected them up to something that He had put in your head already called a mind that is able to take eyes and assimilate information through them. Totally amazing. I was thinking about that today. I watched somebody driving down the road with their baby in the back seat in one of those car seats, you know. So why make the baby ride in the back? Well, they're fine. They got their eyes working. They're just sitting there looking around. They're thoroughly entertained by stuff they've never seen before. But they're seeing with their eyes, assimilating things with their mind. They may or may not be what we think of as right about what they're seeing and how they're categorizing it or thinking of it or whatever. But that's not really the most important thing about it, is it? You know? Think of all the empty spaces there are in the universe that don't have a baby with a mind and eyes in it. This is a miraculous, overwhelming, marvelous thing that God has created and given life to. That baby has a self. It is someone. That's amazing. Excuse me, that lady was doing about 50 and a 30. I just thought I'd express some disapproval. The only thing she accomplished was making everybody behind me wait a little bit longer before they could go after I turned. She didn't get where she was going any faster. She was behind somebody else. There's a honey bucket. Look at that. There's a trailer. Somebody poured a footing foundation right there. They're going to build another one of them houses. Okay, so here it is, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, I tell you. And I'm home. All right, here we go. Backing in. Backing in. Well, the garage door opens. Backing in. Backing into that garage. Take my hand off here. And then I can use the rear view mirror to see in the viewfinder and tell whether or not I'm backing over the fence on the neighbor's yard. Wouldn't that be funny? No, it would not be funny. It would be expensive. Not to mention noisy. Alright, we got that nonsense out of my system. Alright, now we're sitting in the garage with the engine running. I didn't say we were smart. I'm just pointing things out here. I'm going to put my grown-up glasses on now. Go on indoors. Maybe I'll shut the engine off first. That'd be good. I think so. Yeah. What you call your common sense. Oh, oh, yeah. There we go. No strain. Well, maybe a little.